Alright, welcome back. We're back at it again, trying to get this FiveM server getting going. And again, I'm trying to do all of these videos in a one-shot deal, so it's going to be minimal editing, if any at all, with these. I'm basically just trying to get through the basics on installing any of these scripts and make it as easy to follow along as possible. Again, I already have everything downloaded, so if you've got any of these scripts, go ahead and have them downloaded and ready to go. Just so much easier that way. I do put the link, try to put the links in for everything. That way, if you do want it, you can go pick it up from there as well. Today, on this one, we're going to move along. We did on the last one, we went ahead and did this ambulance script from Wasabi. I think the next one we will probably do will be the Wasabi police. Go ahead and create a folder for that. There's our folder. And there's our files. Here's our files. So we've already installed the bridge, so we don't have to worry about that part. So we can go down. Okay, I try to get rid of stuff as I go. So let's get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. Did I delete the police? Did I download the police? Okay, maybe I did. Okay. Alright, let me pull up my keymaster. Human, sign in, and assets. There we go. Okay. So, search. There it is. That. There was another one on the last video that I think I made sure we did. I'm pretty sure we didn't have. I think it was my garage system. So. This one. So we'll grab that too while we're at it. Okay, we'll go to our downloads folder and we'll grab both of those. And we'll drop them here. No fun. Okay, so we'll just do it this way. I bet it's trying to copy it somewhere else. There. Probably find them down in these other folders as we're going through. But they're zipped, so even if they're in the wrong place, it won't make any difference. So let's refresh the screen. That should put us back in 1P. There it is. Alright, let's unzip this one. Alright. First thing we're going to do is go into the install first option. We're going to go back and we're going to get into our QB. We're going to have inventory images. So we'll go down to inventory, QB, inventory, HTML images. There's where it is. We'll do Control A on those. Grab them both, drag them in. And again, if you're using a Windows server, copy and paste. Don't drag out because you may need to know what you're using. Keep it core. Go. Online. Keep it core. Shared. housekeeping on this server. We'll drop that down a couple just to give a little bit of space between the original items and what we're adding in now. Okay, tab over, tab out. That will give us the green. That way it doesn't recognize it. Wasabi is items. Let's put this on it. That. Don't do that. Turn that over. Alright, so there's those. For some reason, it looks like we had 3 items. Let me see. Oh, handcuffs, okay. So just change out the item picture for the handcuffs to a newer version. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so we made this change. Now we're going to save it. Here we go. And we're going to, what is it now? Go out of here. We'll go back to our scripts folder for police. And then on this one, we've got everything installed. So all we have to do is go into our configuration and just make any changes we need to make. So again, like we did with the Wasabi ambulance, we'll just work our way down. We've got our English. Let's see. We're not going to use radio menu. We don't need their car lock script. We have our own. Okay. Bank, that's fine. Let's see, there is a society for it. Fine, so you can go ahead and change these out because these will show up as presets. Okay, if you're using the old QB setup, you would use that. We don't have the advanced parking script. Let's see, we want to use the jail feature, yes. Okay, here's where we have to decide which jail you're using. We are using QB right now, for now. Copy. Paste that in. There we go. Alright, this is your outfit. There are different variations of it, but you can go in and change it so that you get the right item. So if you put in your own clothing packs, you'll need to go in and make these adjustments so that way when you go to jail, you don't end up either naked or wearing something weird, which I've seen it happen. The current setup is usually a orange outfit with Crocs. Alright. Let's see. And you can let them search players if you want. You want to be able to do that. Caps. Go. Allow resources, weapons, TV. It does have CCTV cameras. It just picks up on the cameras that's already in the game. And then you can add more in here. Okay, and then it has radar posts. Miles per hour, please. If you want someone to don't get a ticket, so like ambulances or whatever. Okay. Right, and you can turn it on so that it shows where the radars are if you want. Okay, we're going to enable gunshot residue. True. We want it to, if they jump in the water, we want it to go away, of course. It only makes sense. Tackling. Seize cash. No, we are not using an item. Hard cuff. Oh, this is pretty good. We want to be able to lockpick. Okay. Now, if you have handcuffs, you can make it so that they have to have handcuffs. The only problem is you just have to do it based on whatever works for you guys. If you don't have the item, you can't use it. Okay. This is your difficulty rating for your lock picking. So when you go to put the handcuffs on somebody, it's going to ask if they want to lock pick. It's going to pop up a little game they can try to break out. And it has the option for tracking bracelets. Okay, GPS, we want that on. You don't want them to have to carry an item for it. It just makes more stuff to have. These are your objects they can use: the cone, barrier, roadside tent, lights, and spike strip. Okay, here's the props for it. So if you want to change it out to something else later on, maybe you can find a better prop or a different prop, you can use that. Here's your locations. So this is LSPD, which is by default, it's MRPD. So Mission Row. It's already set up for the base version. Okay, here are the weapons that are available to the police. What you can do is you can set it up so that the grades, excuse me, so you can add in what guns that are available to them. So if you add in custom guns, which I do plan on doing, you can integrate it so that only they can pull out certain guns per grade. So you don't want a beat cop that just started pulling out an assault rifle or something, or a sniper rifle. Here's your cloakroom. Again, you can go in and set what you want their outfit to be based on your clothing pack setup. Lockers, you can enable those. I personally don't. It depends on everybody else. Evidence locker, I do turn that on. Let's just do this too, why not? Just in case. Oh, wait, I'll come back a bit later. Okay, these are the cops. You can pick the cop cars, and they are by grade as well. So you can pick a car, and the grade is here, job grade. So this just says what cars they can pull out of the garage system if you're using it. I'm gonna leave it on for now. Let's just do this. Let's get rid of it because I'm not going to use it. Might as well take care of that now for me, as I'm going to put in a whole completely different garage script. Okay, close that. Again, with Wasabi, make sure you take off all the additional stuff and just drop that in. Now, all I'm going to do now is pull up the panel here. Right, so everything is turned this off, and we're going to restart. Wasabi police. So, it's all ready now for the police. All you have to do is set their job, and they're good to go. And that's installing Wasabi police. Let's see here. What we can do is we can load up FiveM.
Hi, Daddy.
This is a pretty simple one to install. You can take a lot of time in your config setting up the different items, that your outfits, your cars, all that's going to take time as well. Plan it out, or just come back. Get it set up, get it going. You can always come back and make those adjustments as needed. will go here. Alright, MRPD. Of course, this is the base model. I think it should be set up for this version. If not, it's fine. Good job. 1, release. And we're going to be grade 3, which puts us in as a lieutenant. Now we should have the job menu. Let's see. Any errors, right? Nope. There it is. There's your job menu for the cop. So you can do your jail, hard cuff, soft cuff, GSR tests, radar posts, basically everything is right here. Your fines, you can deploy or remove cameras, vehicle interactions, if there's any, you can lockpick or impound. So they pretty much made everything from the F6 menu. You can go up to, let's see, find a car. It's parked somewhere. There should be some somewhere. There's one parked. Interactions, and I want to impound this car. There it goes. And this one. That's not that. So apparently the lockpick needs to be worked on with it. That's something new. That wasn't on there before. Also, we don't use the impound function on this one, as it doesn't. This one won't coincide with your garage script. If you're running a separate garage script, you'll have to use whatever works for that. The one I'll be using, CD Garage, it's T/impound. So you're allowed to, you can charge them, you can decide how long they're in their impound for and stuff like that. So, again, that's installing the Wasabi Police. It may need a little tweaking on your end, as it's going to on this one. As we move along, we'll make some adjustments to it. At the moment, we're trying to get everything basically installed and base config set up. As time goes, we will add more and more items to it. I'll have to make more and more adjustments, but my main goal right now in the beginning is to get all of our base QB items replaced. So police, ambulance, garages, HUD, etc. That way when I can move forward with the add-on scripts and get everything coded out. But that's it for this install. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. Leave a comment, like, comment, subscribe, the whole nine. That way we can move some of this information along. Our main goal here is to put this information out so that more people can do the development of their own server without having to get help from someone that may or may not help them. Getting ripped off from developers and such to that matter. paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars to install a script that they don't need to. So, again, if there's any other scripts you guys want help with, let us know. We'll try our best to get into it. A lot of them I may or may not have. If not, we can work with that as well. Again, just leave us a comment and we'll see what we can do. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you in the next one.